At the end of a week that saw some glimmers of good economic news, the president gave one of his most bullish assessments of the economy yet.
We have the most productive workers on earth. We've got some of the most innovative businesses on earth, and we've got the most dynamic free market economy on earth.
His comments echoed a major speech earlier in the day by his top economic advisor, who gave credit to the president's economic plan for, quote, modestly encouraging news.
Consumer spending in the United States, which was collapsing during the holiday season, appears, according to a number of indicators, to have stabilized.
The stimulus plan, he said, is already saving thousands of public employee jobs, including as many as 14,000 teachers in New York alone. But he stressed that a full turnaround could still be a long way off, and said it will happen only when Americans overcome their excess of fear.
Greed gives way to fear, and this fear begets fear.
It's the same kind of fear, he said, that pushed the U.S. into a depression in the 1930s and led Franklin Delano Roosevelt to utter these words.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
For businesses that can overcome their fear, Summers argued this is a good moment for long-term investment.
What we need today is more optimism and more confidence.
But there was less confidence today from China, which holds $1 trillion in U.S. bonds. I'm a little worried, said China's premier, urging the U.S. to, in his words, stay a credible nation and ensure the safety of Chinese assets. White House spokesman Robert Gibbs said China need not worry.
There's no safer investment in the world than in the United States.
The White House is now shifting some of its focus to the global economy. Treasury Secretary Geithner is in London today at an economic conference where he's urging other nations to adopt their own stimulus plans, an argument the president himself will make when he travels to Europe early next month. Katie?
Chip Reid at the White House tonight. Meanwhile, Anthony Mason is our business correspondent and resident market watcher. And this week, as we just heard, the market saw its biggest percentage gain since November. I know you can't read the tea leaves, Anthony, but what is that telling us?
Well, it's telling us at least we can sleep better this weekend, right, to start with. But really, we had a 600-point rally this weekend, but really we're only back to where we were 2 weeks ago. And the Dow in all is down still almost 60% from just September. So this may only be a bear market rally. It's still good news. We got a long way to go, though.
All right. The Fed is meeting next week, but Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke might make some news before that.
Well, he's going to be on 60 Minutes on Sunday night. This is not a shameless plug. In fact, a lot of people on Wall Street are looking at this interview to see if they get any signal about where the government may be headed here. You know, it's a very sensitive market, as we've talked about, and anything Bernanke says could be news.
And what about the Chinese premier at that news conference in Beijing warning that the U.S. better get its economic house in order?
Well, that's basically what it was. The Chinese are basically saying, look, we're basically your banker. We own more of your debt than anybody else in the world, more than $700 billion worth. You know, we need to know. You're going to be coming to us for more money soon, a lot more money. We need to know you have your house in order.
All right. Anthony Mason. Anthony, as always, thank you so much, and sleep well this weekend.
I will.